Good morning, everyone. Jeanette Biro here. I'm a medium and a channeler, and welcome to Galactic Thursdays. I'm very excited to be doing this on Thursdays, and it was because of a suggestion from one of you that I switched it from Fridays to Thursdays. And the reason why was the comment was that they were hoping to be able to have this on Thursdays because they really liked how the Friday card messages really kind of tie into the whole weekend and kind of send off into the weekend with a beautiful message. And I have to say it resonated completely. So thank you so much for that idea, because I agree. So that's why I'm doing Galactic Thursdays now, and I think it's great. So I'm very excited to bring this through. These will be messages from my galactic guides, the cosmic guides, the ones that live in the stars, whether they are in a tangible physical reality dimension or dimension beyond that, right? Now, I have brought through messages from them in different aspects in card readings and Wednesday wisdoms as well, but they've assured me that what they want to do in this is bring their perspective of things. And as they started talking to me this morning already, sharing some insights, they know what they're doing. So I'm very excited about this. This makes a lot of sense, and it fits with where we're moving in our consciousness now. So I'm going to tune in and just create a little bit of a deeper link, and then I'll share the message. And I also want to say, if you want to know more about my galactic guides, you definitely want to join me in Cosmic Consciousness next Wednesday night, where I will explain so much more about them from my experience in my surgery this summer and recovery. And also, I have a little surprise for all of you at the end of this video, so hang around because it's pretty cool. So let me tune in here and let's see who's here. All right, so this is coming from one of my main galactic guides. I call him Shaham. And yes, fair. He is very much this like wisdom teacher. He stands very tall and very proud, and he is very, very wise. Like, you don't really joke around with him. He's just very wise, but he's kind. Anyways, what he's wanting to bring through in this message is to share that the concept of disclosure, so alien disclosure, all of that kind of stuff, is really kind of being pushed to the forefront. And that's a really good thing, because he's saying we're long overdue for our connection with the stars, for a tangible, known connection. We are past the point of being ignorant. And I mean, I remember, over a decade ago, when some Pleiadian guides came to me the first time, and when I first saw who they were, even though I had already been working with them, they finally took off their cloaks, and I saw that they weren't traditionally human. It really rattled me. So I want to say, first of all, I understand if people feel rattled or annoyed or triggered by this kind of stuff. I've been there too and have progressed since. So I just encourage you to hear it with open ears. And if it doesn't resonate, that's okay. But what he's saying is it is long overdue for us to have this disclosure, this known connection with the stars. This coming out of a bubble where we, in the old thinking, we would think that we are the only inhabited planet and that's it. And we are, at the frontier of exploring space. Yet there are many, 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 many different civilizations and different planets, different star systems that have been traveling space for a long time. And we are long overdue for kind of bursting that bubble, is what he's showing me, to let the veil down and really see what is actually out there and how we are stepping up into this galactic level of consciousness. Now, what he's saying right now is many of you are starting to actually make these connections. Many of you are making these connections through guides that you have. You have what you would maybe know as spirit guides are actually galactic guides. Sometimes these guides can just astral project their consciousness to you and communicate. Other times they may meet you in the astral realm. Like they did with me in the beginning, they were cloaked for my own brain sanity because they knew I wouldn't be able to rationalize it with my brain at the time. So sometimes you may just see them as like a light or just as a shadow, but not a negative. They will do it that way so that they can approach you with peace. The desire is never to harm. And so what they're saying is right now, as a lot of these narratives are coming to the forefront of disclosure, there's also a lot of warping with the concept of disclosure. And they're saying, just really see what resonates for you. In any of your spirit interactions, your interactions with your spirit guides and meditations, always go with what resonates. And they're saying it is so true that the heart is the resonance of the soul. And they're saying the soul's resonance echoes with the heartbeat of the universe. It's all connected. That's so beautiful. So really tune into your heart space when you're connecting with your guides, whether they are galactic, whether they are spirit-based, whether they are interdimensional, whether they are fairies, you name it. Always through the portal of the heart, because your heart will help you with your greatest discernment. And they're saying too, it'll help you disengage from a lot of the chatter, is what he's saying, of the negative aspects of galactics. He's also saying, yes, there is light and dark within the galaxy. So there are positive galactics and there are negative galactics. But he's like, Earth is surrounded so much with a greater emphasis of positivity right now in terms of the beings that are wanting to come in and communicate with people. So just notice what you notice, and notice that disclosure, yes, the biggest point is disclosure is not just happening on social media, in the news, in some form that is like projected to you. Disclosure is truly happening within you. Your own awakening to consciousness, your own awakening to your connection to the stars, your own awakening to something beyond the realm of what you've known as possible. And that is how your different galactic guides are wanting to introduce themselves to you. If you are currently already connected with some galactic guides, be it Pleiadians, Andromedans, Lyrans, you name it, there are so many, you will also start to notice a deepening in your connection with them and more information coming through. They're really wanting to step through again to the individual, is what he's saying. We want to connect in with the individual to create that bond and trust, so that any attempts at warped disclosure from media in whichever form will not have a foundation. It'll just kind of slide off like Teflon. They're like, you need to know the truth within your heart. So they're saying tune into that. When you look up at the stars at night, it's beautiful. He's like, when you look up at the stars at night, notice which area of the sky you tend to be drawn to. Just kind of like stand there and let yourself turn and see where you feel drawn to. And you don't need to necessarily know why yet, but just notice where you're drawn to, because you have connections into the stars in some form, whether it's a past life, whether it's your guides from there, whether it's a place of learning and teaching, whatever it might be. Just get curious about it, is what he's saying. Open up to the introduction of something so much more. It's beautiful. All right, so I will leave that with you for now. I'm curious what you all notice, what you feel when you tune into the sky, when you tune into the heart. Feel free to share as well. And now for the surprise, which I'm a little bit nervous, but very excited about this. Okay, through my surgery and my recovery, Spirit was really insistent that I needed to be using my voice again in forms of singing, but in a way that is true. Now, when I used to sing before, when I was, I guess I could say, professional musician, way back in the day, I was always singing the way in which I should sing based on the genre I was singing, and I never quite found the fit. Anyways, fast forward to now, Spirit has been moving through my voice, the energies of the universe, the energies of my guides. They've been moving through my voice to bring through channeled sound, channeled meditative sound. And it's really quite spiritual. It's this beautiful state that I get into when I bring it through. And I'm finally feeling brave enough to post it. So you should at this point already be seeing on the bottom of this video a link to my very first offering in that form. I hope you enjoy it. I invite you to close your eyes, feel into the heart space within you, and see what the sound awakens or opens for you. I hope you enjoy, and I thank you so much for listening. I'll see you all tomorrow.